Hello, and welcome to Biology 1002, Anatomy and Physiology Advanced Concepts, online. My name is Michelle Barron, and I will be your professor for this course. Looking forward to that. I hope that this short video will help you to feel comfortable by knowing a wee bit about me, what you can expect in this course, and how I approach my teaching. You need to know two important things straight away. I'm not here to trick you or to mess around with what I like to call the currency of your career. That would be your grades. I do, however, have very high standards, as should anyone involved in the medical field, including you. This online course has been structured to afford you the very best opportunity to capitalize on your career currency, your grades, and help you to prepare yourself for a rewarding and safe practice in the healthcare field. I care very much about what you take away with you from our time together this term, and I'm here to support your learning of the advanced anatomy and physiology concepts that will be critical to your academic and professional success. Even more important to your success, however, is your discipline and your commitment to the academic rigors of the career you've chosen, and the professionalism that you will be expected to practice and demonstrate every day, starting today. It's always been my view that my students are professionals in training. You are now my colleague, and as such, I will expect nothing less from you than you should expect from me. I look forward to a mutually rewarding term with you, and hope that you enjoy learning all you can about these advanced concepts in anatomy and physiology. Let's get started. Let's spend a few minutes to take care of some important housekeeping pieces that relate directly to your success in the course. We will be going through the course syllabus together in this video, and I will highlight some of the main areas, leaving you to view the document in full at your earliest convenience. The syllabus is basically the course contract between you, the student, and the college, including the course professor. The course syllabus in any course is basically your roadmap for the term, so it's a pretty important document, and I strongly encourage you to read it carefully and keep it handy for your ready reference throughout the term. You will be held responsible for being familiar with all of its contents. If you don't have a copy of your syllabus in front of you right now, pause the video here for a minute, and I'll wait right here while you grab a copy, and a coffee, or a cup of tea if you like, so you can follow along. You might want to make some notes right on the syllabus itself, or maybe highlight certain areas. You will note at the bottom of the cover page of the syllabus the statement reading, "Students are expected to keep a copy of the course outline for their records. Replacement copies will not be provided." Well, that might not seem like a big deal to you right now, but it will be an invaluable document to you should you ever find yourself in the position of being able to use the course as a transfer credit course in the future. It will be one of the documents you will be asked to provide if you wish to request an exemption or qualify for a transfer credit in another program, either here at Georgian or at another academic institution. Scrolling down to the next page, we come to the course description, course content, and learning outcomes, which are all found in the official Georgian College course outline for Biology 1002. This will be posted on our Blackboard shell under Course Information. I will leave that there for you to read for yourself, and if you have any questions after reading it through, just send me an email and I'll be happy to help you out. We will cover how to contact me in just a wee bit. Looking at the course information at a glance table, you will see that this table lays out the course particulars, the course name, code, and course registration number, or CRN, for each section. This course will be delivered entirely online, and the course resources will be available in the weekly folders on Blackboard. If you are uncertain as to how to use Blackboard, don't worry. There are helpful tip sheets that have been prepared for students, and I'll post a link to these for you on Blackboard itself, as well as email the link to you directly on your Georgian student email. It is critical for you to get comfortable with using Blackboard straight off, because our online course will be delivered through this platform. The required textbook is the Anatomy and Physiology, an Integrative Approach 3rd edition by McKinley et al. We will be relying heavily on the text, so if you don't have a copy, get one immediately, because you will have regular assigned readings starting today. Those readings must be completed before each weekly cycle begins. More on that later as well. The next piece is the course evaluation at a glance table. Students are always keen to know how they'll be evaluated in a course, understandably so. This table highlights the main points for you. Their 6 unit tests will make up 70% of your course grade, and the comprehensive final exam will be worth 30%. As noted in the table, all of these evaluation pieces will follow the Georgian College academic regulations that we are all bound by. The links are provided here for you to refer to, and again, I strongly urge you to do that straight away so you don't run into any unpleasant surprises. Briefly stated, tests and exams must be written on the day noted in the syllabus. If you absolutely must miss a test, you need to notify your professor before the date of the test or exam, and verifiable supporting documentation, such as a medical note, must be submitted to the course professor before a make-up test can be arranged, if one can be arranged. Note that if you do not meet the requirements spelled out in the academic regulations, you will not be allowed to make up a missed test or exam, and the mark for that piece will be recorded as a 0. Pretty serious stuff. So serious, in fact, that we'll touch on that again later. I've arranged for many evaluation opportunities for you over the term to allow you to demonstrate what you've learned, as you will see when we look at the course timetable. Let's scroll down now to take just a quick look at the contact information. It's important for you to know that I occupy a virtual office and am not physically on campus. However, I'm always just an email away. Always. Email is my only means of communication. I cannot receive or reply to phone messages. Communication is vital to your success in the course, so it's your responsibility to check your email and our Blackboard shell every day to make sure our communication is clear, consistent, and uninterrupted. And it just takes a minute to check in to see if there's anything you need to be aware of. Communication is our course lifeline, so please never feel shy to contact me. There are no dumb questions, and I am here to help. When emailing me, please be sure to follow the email etiquette laid out here. Consider this to be professional training for your future career, as this will be an expectation of any future employers you may have. If you choose private practice, your professionalism will be respected and appreciated by your clients as well. This is actually so important that I will be posting a recap of professional email and communication practices in Blackboard sometime this week or next, outlining how and why this is important to you as you begin your professional journey. If you email me and have not received a response within 24 to 48 hours maximum, that would suggest that I did not receive your email. Perhaps a technical glitch? Or maybe the email etiquette was not followed? Be sure to only email via your student email from Georgian. Emails sent from personal email accounts will not be opened. So you can see that it's imperative that you make sure that your student email address is accurate, working, and connected to Blackboard straight away. Scrolling down again, we come to course delivery. As you know, this course is delivered entirely online, and we will be using Blackboard as our classroom. Online does not mean on your own. I am sure you have discovered that students in post-secondary education are expected to be responsible for their own learning in every course, and this course is no exception. Don't confuse being responsible for your own learning with teaching yourself. Ultimately, we all have to take the initiative to do our own learning. Otherwise, that learning isn't ours to keep, is it? The course is set up to enable you to be successful. It's up to you to make that all work for you. Now you'll see a list of essential tools and resources. These are not suggestions, they are requirements. I'll read through them briefly. A binder specifically dedicated to Biology 1002, really important for organization. The text, of course. The course is built around the required text, and other complementary resources will be provided on Blackboard as well. This is an online course, so a working computer and reliable internet and a backup plan in case you experience tech issues or some other disruption of your online access. This can and does happen. The library has many computers available for students to use for free if you find yourself without access. This course must be done on a computer because it's just too heavy to try and do the full course on any other device. There's not enough real estate on the smaller devices to hold what you need for the course. A working Georgian College Blackboard account and Georgian student email, before the end of this week at the very latest, so you don't fall behind. Various related resources will be posted occasionally on Blackboard. None of these are accidental. They are there for a reason, and you need to use these resources. Download the free Blackboard app to ensure that emails can be received on your devices as well. A minimum of 6 to 8 hours per week of concentrated work and study of the materials. Successful study in post-secondary education assumes a minimum of 1 hour of dedicated work outside of class for every hour in class, or the equivalent of that. This class would be a 3-hour course if it were being held live in a classroom. So that works out to a minimum of 6 hours per week. Some students may even require more time. And the last essential tool and resource is you and me. Scroll down now to my expectations from you in this course. I mentioned earlier that I have very high professional standards. Below are a few of my expectations of you. Motivation and initiative. Well, that begins with the question, why are you here? You need to want this career badly enough to work hard to earn it. Keep your goal in mind every day. Organization and time management are of the utmost importance, more so in an online course than in a live course. You must set up a plan now, not next week, but now. Create a visual calendar to keep you on track. Maybe create one on your device and program in reminders well in advance of important dates, as well as one closer to the actual date. Preparation is just simply doing your part. Complete assigned readings on time and make your study notes before accessing any available video lectures. These lectures are simply highlights and will assume that you have indeed done your part by prepping ahead of time. This is not optional. Engagement. You can read through this on your own, but let me just say that regular commitment and presence in the course is required and expected, just like it will be on the job. Don't let more than 2 days go by without connecting with your course material, even if it's only for 15 minutes or half an hour. Failure to engage early in the term and on a regular basis will most certainly put you at risk very quickly. Finally, professionalism and persistence. I will be expecting your best effort, and you can expect mine. We're a team, and that's just how it's supposed to work. Scroll down again, we'll come to testing and evaluation. This page and the next page are focused on the policies and procedures that are in place here at Georgian College. Georgian College, like all colleges, has an established set of policies and procedures that all of us are required to adhere to. Those policies related to testing and evaluation specifically are the Academic Regulations, Section 10 and Section 7.2.1. These were touched on briefly earlier. Students are held accountable for these regulations as well. So follow the links below and familiarize yourself with the regulations, such as requests for adjustments to prescribed examination or test dates must be made before the examination or test date. The passing grade for all courses is 50%, or a letter grade of P for pass or S for satisfactory, unless otherwise noted. The passing weighted average for promotion through each semester of a program is 60% and is also a requirement to graduate. Now, the academic rights and responsibilities, as well as the student code of conduct, are on the following page. I'm not going to read these out. You can read those for yourself, and again, follow the links so that you are aware of your rights and responsibilities as a Georgian College student. If you require any clarification or have any questions, I'm just an email away. Moving on, we come to student services and support. Georgian has numerous services for students. All services are confidential and available to all students at no cost. If you need help, please refer to the student services contact info that I will post on Blackboard. Don't wait. Student and personal life can be complicated and challenging at times for all of us, and there are professionals here to help you out. And finally, we come to the course timetable. This timetable is available on Blackboard to either print or download as well. It's your responsibility, again, to be familiar with its contents. I've tried to make everything as clear, concise, and straightforward as possible. If you have carefully read everything and still have questions, I'm happy to help. As a professional in training, I do expect you to take the initiative and responsibility to try and work things out for yourself first. This is what your future employers will expect. Having said that, if you have done everything you can to figure things out on your own and still have doubts, email me. I'm right here. Okay. So as you can see, the timetable follows a structured format of weekly schedules. All unit tests, as well as the final exam, have strict due dates. This is to help avoid procrastination and to complete sections of the course in a logical week-by-week format. Frequent assessments are graded throughout the course to allow students to monitor how they're doing in the course. What are they mastering well, and what areas need more focus? The first column indicates the weeks of the term. The next column briefly notes the core concepts that will be focused on for that week. The third column directs you to the weekly learning folder for each week, where you will find further information regarding required readings and or any other additional resources related to the course concepts of that week. The weekly folders in Blackboard are set up by week to match the timetable. And finally, the fourth column highlights the dates of each unit test and the final exam. The first part of the term starts off a wee bit slower to allow you to find your feet and get your routine set up. It builds steadily as the term progresses. As you already know, there's a lot of material to cover in the study of anatomy and physiology. None of it is particularly difficult on its own, but the volume of material can be challenging, daunting at times. So I cannot state strongly enough how important it is to keep up with the workload. And that is where your organization and time management will make or break your outcome in the course. Start now, and don't let up until after the final exam. It will definitely be worth your while. If you scroll down to the very end of this document, you'll find an at-a-glance table on the very last page of the syllabus. It summarizes the due dates and the values or weights of all the tests and the final exam. I suggest that you keep a copy of your syllabus in your binder, or at least the semester timetable and this at-a-glance table of important dates. It is strongly recommended that you keep a record of your own results so that you can track your progress and your grade. Now, speaking of grades, your professor does not award a grade. He or she just records your results. So basically, you reward yourself with your own hard work. Well, that's our term in a nutshell. Remember to check Blackboard regularly. I'm looking forward to making your acquaintance and working with you this term. Bye for now.